The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
Never done being cranky.
Happy 100th
Yay!
episode! This is so exciting. So I was just telling you before we started recording that we received so many messages.
I know,
I am humbled.
Thankful.
We have former people that we used to work with and leaders that we used to work with, and they're all sending us messages saying, huge milestone, congratulations, can't believe it, 100 episodes. Super, super fun.
Thank you.
We had a couple bonus in there too, but those don't count.
Yeah,
so this
those
is
don't
the
count.
true 100. And then I was just looking at my calendar, and in 2 Sundays is 2 years already.
That's
So
insane.
I can't believe it.
2 years.
Yep. I was looking back through some of our older, the first
years.
10 to 20 episodes, and actually edited them a little bit, just to adjust the sound, because I'm like, ooh, a little rough there. We've gotten so much better.
But yeah, and that's to be expected when we had no clue what we were doing
none.
when we started this.
None.
So
Yep, just kind of learned as we went, and that was it. So we got some really cool 100 tie-dye balloons.
yes.
Super neat, super exciting. I brought them home, and Steve's like, you just think of the coolest stuff. And there it is. So, and you were talking about a helium shortage.
I know. What is that?
Well, I just paid $50 towards the helium shortage.
I feel like there is other things we can use to make balloons float, and we don't use it. And I
Like
somebody
glitter?
correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I've heard of other things that can make, they're lighter than
Or
air.
you could use less helium.
Yeah.
You know what? Why don't you ask China? They might know with that
I-
balloon.
yeah.
Maybe ask them what they used.
Well,
Because this frickin' balloon went from Montana to
I
St.
would-
Louis down to the Carolinas.
I would go ride it, but it got shot down. So
Let's go ask them.
I was impressed that you told me about it getting shot down before I saw it on TikTok.
I know.
I was literally scrolling on TikTok when you were like, did you hear the balloon got shot down? And I was like scrolling faster. Like, why haven't I seen it on
How
TikTok
come
yet?
she knows first? Because I don't
Yeah.
know. Let's just let everybody know. I
Yeah.
don't watch the news,
No,
and
neither do
you
I.
always
Yeah.
share with me, or
Yes.
my other friend shares
And
with
I
me, and
get-
I'm like, what?
I get all my news from TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Local news is like, I don't care about it anymore. Although Johnny does watch because we stream, we don't have we don't have an antenna, we don't have cable, we stream. So it's kind of hard to get the news up, but he did find, I think it was like ABC or something, local news that we can watch. So I heard today down by my aunt's house, there was like a shooting and this, and I was like, I don't even want to be depressed with that. I want to be depressed about the big things that I can do nothing about,
I was telling my other friend, is it sad that when I see the news and I see something happen, the first thing I do is look at where it's at.
Yes.
And if it's not around here, then I'm like, okay, we're good.
It doesn't affect
That's
me.
so I know it's
Thank
terrible.
God it doesn't affect me.
It's
What about,
terrible.
there was just a train derailment in Ohio, and it spilt some pretty gnarly stuff. Like, they had to evacuate 1 mile radius around, and people are saying if you live within 40 miles of that, get the fuck out. They don't even really know what's they're saying they know what's in it, but nobody believes them that that's what it is. It's this outrageous fire and terrible. So I hope you guys are doing well out there in Ohio. I think it's Palestine, Ohio, or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's just
It's crazy.
stuff. I mean,
See, that's something I can do nothing about, so I
Right.
choose to be depressed about that.
right. My mom says that crazy things like this have always happened, but it's in front of us now with our
Right.
phones and TVs and
Right.
streaming,
Yeah.
everywhere. And she said that this crazy stuff always happened.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking that you can't handle it because there's just so much stuff going on, stuff has always happened.
Right.
It's just in our face now all
Right.
the time.
Yeah.
So shut the TV off, shut the phone off, keep the podcast
touch
on, and just
grass.
keep listening to
Yeah.
us.
Oh, I
Yeah,
want to
go
say
touch grass.
happy birthday to Grandma.
Happy birthday, Grandma Dar!
Yeah.
Yay! I saw as soon as I got up this morning,
Yeah.
I opened up Facebook and there it was.
Yep.
It said happy birthday, Grandma Dar.
Yeah.
So yeah, oh amazing.
So she's 79 today.
Is she coming out?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think Mom's taking her out to lunch tomorrow. So
Oh,
that's
very
good.
nice.
Yeah.
We just celebrated my mom's over the weekend
Yes.
too.
And great grandma's birthday was yesterday. She would have been 108 today.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. And she passed
That's right. I
away
knew
at
they were all close.
95, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a lot of people right here.
Yeah.
And then I'm going this weekend to celebrate Kendra's birthday.
Yes,
Woo-hoo!
very fun. Up north, right?
Yes,
Yes, very
yes.
fun. I have that bag for them.
I will not forget
They were the
it.
winners.
I will not forget
Yep,
it.
they were the winners of the bonus when you were not feeling well.
Yes.
And I just had the bonus episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Tyler
yeah,
was the
yeah,
winner.
yeah.
So I have that bag. You can bring it up. If
That'll be an extra present for you.
yeah. Well, it's really supposed to be Tyler's,
Well,
but I have
too
a
bad.
feeling it's for both of them.
Too bad, Tyler. You don't get none of it. It's for Kendra. It's her birthday. And she's turning Dirty 30 this weekend.
Oh, that is so fun.
so fun. So I told him Christmas. I was like, it's your Dirty 30 birthday. Like, I'm making a trip up, you know?
Are they doing anything fun?
I don't know. I didn't really get any details.
Okay,
So
okay.
I think we're supposed to go to this like cool little bar out there and
Oh,
stuff.
super
So,
fun.
Yeah. And then I told her, because I think she wants to do a paint and sip Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
So I told her I'll probably just spend the night Saturday too.
Yes,
So it'll be fun.
amazing.
Yeah.
What a
yeah.
fun weekend.
I know. They always
Oh.
come and visit me and spend the night at my house, so I'm going to return the favor.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy birthday to
Happy
everyone.
birthday.
Happy birthday, everybody. So, when you and Bestie came to visit me on Saturday, I
What
was
did we
running on.
visit you for?
Decided to do a challenge on the treadmill. Y'all are going to think I'm crazy. I ran 38 miles.
That's
well,
insane.
I walked. I ran until I couldn't anymore, and then I walked 38 miles.
But even your walking is like, because we got on the treadmill with you, and I was like, that's kind of quick. And you slowed it down.
and you both surprised me.
Yeah.
You worked with Julia and
Yes.
Steve to surprise me,
Yes.
and that was so much fun. You were my pacers for a little bit. We had a great
Yeah.
conversation, and I put the TV in front of the treadmill because you needed something to do all day
Yes.
long, right?
Yes.
It took, I don't even know how many, 8 hours or something.
Yeah,
or
you
I had a break.
ran a lot. Yeah.
I had a
Yeah.
break in the middle of that because it was my uncle's 70th. So
Well,
we
happy
had
birthday to freaking
I know, what a
everybody.
weekend. We had a Zoom call, so I wanted to take a shower and hang out with
Yeah.
Mom for a while, and then I went back on the treadmill. So, but while I was doing that, I had a really sweet setup. I put the TV in front of the treadmill. I have Netflix, Hulu, and I was just kind of going through Netflix, and there was a docuseries from Netflix called Pepsi, Where's My Jet?
Yes.
And so I told you that I cannot believe we haven't talked about like the save to redeem
Yes.
merchandise from
Yes.
companies.
Yes.
And that's what that was about.
Yes.
So I think it was John Leonard was his name.
Okay.
Teenager.
I didn't know his name.
There was a commercial that said for 7 million Pepsi points you could get a Harrier jet.
Yes.
And he fought Pepsi.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Because he got the points.
well, I shouldn't say. I'm not going to tell you what happened.
You got to go watch it.
You got to go watch it. It's very interesting. It's a quick series. It's 4 episodes. It kept me so interested for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And I said, we've never talked about save and redeem.
Yes.
And the more I researched.
So, because do we still have box tops for education?
we do have box
right?
tops for.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we
I
do.
used to save those, even though I don't have kids. I would give it to kids I knew to take to school, and now it's like everybody's grown up. I don't have no kids. To
Right.
give
For
it
as
to.
long as I can remember, my mom has collected them.
Yeah.
But she was also a nurse at a
Yes,
school for a
yes.
very long time.
Yes.
She started being a nurse at the elementary when Julia started school.
Yeah.
They needed a nurse, and so she went over there, and she always saves box tops.
Yeah.
So that was actually on here. It actually started by General Mills in California back in 1996.
Okay.
So that's how long my mom's
Yeah.
been collecting them. The company decided that they wanted to create a program to help support education and benefit America's schools.
I mean, can't our tax dollars just do that?
Well, thanks General Mills for going above and beyond. And it's 10 cents a coupon, or like you'd cut
A
it
little
out.
box top. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of things we could be doing with our tax dollars instead of a lot of other things.
Yeah.
And like school is like number 1, right?
You think?
Speaking of school, do you remember, since it's our 100th episode?
Yeah.
We would always have the 100th day of school.
I never did that.
You never
My
did
kids
it?
did that.
Okay.
So I went to a Catholic grade school.
Oh,
We
so you
didn't do
fun
any-
police over there.
This is why I am the way I am. Straight laced,
Always nervous.
always nervous, PTSD,
Please don't hit me with your
anxiety, pick at my nails. Yeah. So
when
great times.
When I was a kid and we had 100th day of school, like we would bring, you were supposed to bring like a poster board with like 100 of something glued to it.
Oh yes.
Mine were always lame. You
oh
know,
my
like,
gosh! Now
some people would do really cool ones. Now they dress these little kids up as little old ladies and men.
100 years old. It's so cute. It was just a couple days ago.
Yes.
Because my
Yes.
whole feed was all these
Yes.
cute kids dressed up as
Yes.
these 100-year-olds
with rollers in their
Oh
hair.
my gosh!
They
and
make
the
them
little
smile
men.
and fill in their smile lines with wrinkles. You
I know,
and-
just
oh,
amazing.
So cute.
So just back at school real quick, did you ever feel bad during Spirit Week or something like this to the kid that forgot and they would show up and they'd be the only one not dressed up.
I was the kid.
only. Did you feel bad for yourself?
Absolutely the kid. And I was like, I just didn't want to.
Okay.
You know what? Because it would be, okay, like maybe you had that week, right? Spirit week.
Yes.
And it'd be like crazy hair day, pajama day, blah, 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 whatever. Maybe I would do pajama day because that was easy enough. You know, you got pajamas.
Yeah.
But there would be one that would be out of reach for me. You know, it would be something.
Like Gold and Silver Day.
Yeah. And I'd be like, Mom, it's Gold and Silver Day tomorrow. She'd be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but let me go to sleep. I got to be up in 3 hours. And I'd be like, damn it. You know, I was the kid at 10 o'clock at night. I'd be like, Mom, my science project is due. And she'd be like, when? And I'd be like, tomorrow.
Oh,
and we haven't even started it.
Oh, no. I have to make the entire solar system, man. Yeah.
I remember I did landfill. And so I just
Perfect.
took a poster board and I drew a landfill on it. Like,
Perfect. That's hey, you got to do what you got to do.
We did it.
Yeah.
She was mad. Probably because she never emptied my book pack.
I just remember I was able to do it because I was a cheerleader during like grade school and high school. Yeah. But I always feared dressing up the wrong day. Like let's say Thursday was, so Friday was always Spirit Week. Yeah. Yes. And I was always in a uniform. Yes. But like Thursday would be, let's say like red and black and white stripes or something like that. I would call my non-existent friends and try to figure out what they were wearing, what they were doing. Are you sure it's, red with black and white stripe day? Are you, that would be, that was my
with
fear.
Black and white and black stripe day.
Because as you know, I love Halloween dressing up. So the spirit was there for me.
Yeah.
But then the fear of doing it too much, but now I found my people, so it doesn't matter how far out we go. But
crazy hair day, I just wouldn't do anything with my hair.
Mine was always crazy, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so fun.
Just didn't wash it, didn't brush it, didn't do nothing. Left the ponytail in from the day before. Boom. Crazy hair day is done.
Now they do what do they call with the lip? Those people, the Who.
The Who's.
The Who's,
yeah. The Whoville Who's.
Whoville Who's are so cute.
So cute.
So I said I had some exciting ones to tell you.
Yes.
I did some research this morning, actually, which I normally don't. I just kind of wing it. But
we wing it a lot.
The first one that would come up, if you go to Google, Save and Redeem, it brings up like Christian stuff. Like Save and Redeem customer. So it's actually kind of hard to Google it. Or maybe it was just my algorithm here. But I would type in like,
you need Jesus. Google tells you
it's
need
a sign,
Jesus.
Right? It was definitely a sign for this morning. I was like, got it. All right, point taken. But no. So I was looking up like Save and Redeem, loyalty programs, the history of, and it was more like airlines. It would talk like the airlines kind of started, like American Airlines started the loyalty program. And it wasn't what I really wanted. I wanted to talk about something like the cigarettes, like Camel Bucks, and Marlboro and Newport, because I remember when I was younger, the Newport orange with green shirts that people, and they got them from cutting off a box,
UPCs or whatever,
and sending them in.
Yeah.
So the first one that actually came up was a fictional one, Willy Wonka, and the history behind how,
like the golden ticket?
Yes, the reason why as humans we need these loyalty programs.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to read through that because they kind of use Willy Wonka, even though it's fictional, as an example. Like, you're gonna buy boxes and boxes of chocolate to maybe possibility of winning this golden ticket.
Yes.
And that's really how these Save and Redeem and loyalty programs are anywhere. Everywhere you go, every store you go to a grocery store.
Everything has one now.
Yeah, do you want to, I got a fuzz in my throat. Hold on. It was like sucking up a bug. It went down my throat. One moment, please. So, so then I started, going down like the rabbit hole of why do people love loyalty programs? And, and then stuff started to, so the first thing is, impressive rewards are the cornerstone of your loyalty program, they said.
Yes.
Everyone has, even if it sucks. Even if like, they said that Subway had a great one where you would have like the cardboard, a punch card. But they realized that you couldn't really track it. Like there were a lot of free sandwiches going out, but you couldn't track these punch cards. Maybe someone, a kid working Subway is not going to like hang on to them, or they're going to be clipping for their friends or, stamping whatever it is.
Every time I go in, they'd clip it 11 times and then throw it in the register.
Right.
Yes, free sandwich.
So they mentioned, and you can Google this anywhere. I just was Googling a whole bunch of different sites. So just Google it and you'll find, what you're looking for. But yeah, they said that one was a really good loyalty program until they changed it. And then it was like on your app or on the computer or your name.
You make
or anything
it not
like
able to be cheated like that. Then everyone's like, meh, I'm over it.
Yeah, I'm over it.
I don't need sandwiches that bad. I'll make my own.
So the most attractive offers in the U.S. are free products, as we know.
Obviously.
Gift certificates.
Yes.
Or cash back on frequent
Yes.
purchases.
I will purchase things on Amazon knowing that I'm always getting 5% cash back.
Yeah.
And then it's like I build up those points. And then when I want to order something for Christmas or somebody's birthday, I'm like, sweet, I have $20 in points. So I'm getting it for like almost nothing. You know?
Yep. So 56% of consumers said that they're more likely to buy from a brand that has a loyalty program.
Yeah.
Now, I, for one, am a sucker for that stuff, like
Yeah.
Starbucks, which I actually have only had twice this year, which I'm very
You're
proud
doing
of
so
myself.
good.
Only twice, and both of them were
Yeah.
like rewards.
Yeah.
I actually used the points that I had.
You were
I
that
didn't even spend
desperate?
them. Yeah.
You're like, I'm not spending money on it. Oh, but wait, I have a free
have
coffee.
500 rewards, and it's only like 150 to get a coffee. So, but yeah, so they say that, you know, if you have a loyalty program, that people will go no matter what. It could be a silly program, like you have to spend $1,000, we're going to give you $10 back. Woo,
Yes.
cool. I will go buy something.
Where am I? What's my total? How much more do I need to spend?
Yep. Yeah. I'm very lucky. Our grocery stores around here have great ones. I'm always getting $10 off, $5 off, free this, free that. Like every time I go into the app of any of the stores around here.
Right.
I don't know if that's the same anywhere else.
We have some pretty decent ones. Yeah.
We do. We really do. One thing I don't do is I got to put my phone down. Hold on. It keeps going off. The one thing that I don't do are clothing. Like to me, Dick's Sporting Goods has like a loyalty, and they used to send us like a $10 coupon, but then it would expire within 2 weeks. It was never anything that we needed to, because it's like a specialty store.
That's like DSW too.
Yeah.
Like they'll send me, get a pair of shoes for $40, anything that's $69.99 and over.
Yes.
So for your birthday, they'll give them to you for $40, and then I peel it off of the little postcard and I put it in my car, full on meaning to go to get a new pair of shoes, and I never use it in time.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
I'm terrible about clothes.
Yeah.
Anywhere, wherever.
I think I'm better about using on my phone or giving them my email than I am with like real paper coupons.
Yes.
I forget all the time. I even put it in my wallet near my money and credit card so I don't forget to give it to, and I walk out and I go, and just like you did when we had I love gift cards, Cass loves gift cards.
Yes.
And you're like, I went to Bath and Body Works. I bought all this stuff. I walked out and I was like, shit, I didn't use my gift card.
Got a gift card.
I'm terrible.
It was a $50 gift card that I forgot to use. I'm like, guess I'm spending more money next month. Terrible. I know Bessie's the same.
Yeah.
Sometimes she pulls out her wad of gift cards in her purse.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say that. Yeah. She always keeps her purse locked up in a safe.
Not in the trunk of her car.
Yeah,
like
right.
Brie
Brie,
either.
So I also looked up the true history of loyalty programs. And this is how it all starts.
I feel like it was just easy enough for them to be like, hey, come back a 12th time and we'll give you a free thing. Yeah, right?
So it actually started, which doesn't surprise me, is with beer and bread.
Oh, well.
Beer and bread tokens. That's ancient Egypt did that.
Yes.
They had like either the wooden tokens or the copper tokens. So copper tokens were 1700s to the 1800s. So according to New York Times, they would give like rewards like that so people could go in and they could collect them. So that also reminds me of, and I don't know if they do this anymore, but pizza boxes.
Yes.
Delivery pizza boxes do that. And that's kind of, I mean, not quite the comparison, but that it reminds me of that. Like if you buy so many pizzas, you can get a free one. Yes. And I think this is what these tokens were for.
Right.
Like you buy so many beers, and I don't know how they used to do it in the 1700s, if it was cases, 6-packs. I have no idea.
I think they just dipped their cup into a barrel.
Probably, and then gave you a token. So then 10 tokens later, you could get a free beer. So something like that. They even had like stuff on soaps and everything. So obviously like what you needed back then, right?
Yeah. Soap, I didn't think they showered back then.
I don't know.
Once a month, maybe.
Or they would give you tickets too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then it says certificates and coupons started in 1890. So I have a feeling it was something like that. Like, you would go and buy something and they would say, well, here's 1 cent off for the next time you come. And then that person would come back. So that's kind of the start of loyalty.
Like, probably a bakery back then knew their clientele, right? Because it was, they call them 15-minute cities now, where you can walk anywhere. You have
within
everything
15 minutes
you need. Yeah. So you got to think villages and stuff back then. There was a lot of people, but there weren't that many people. So the baker knew the same families came every week, and it's like, oh, here, well, you guys are so loyal to me. I'm going to give you some free bread.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you remember stamp books?
Yes.
Yep. That's another thing that they mention.
Yeah, because I remember going to the grocery store. Remember at Jewel, which it's called Albertsons in the southern states, I believe. Jewel had those dishes. We talked about those dishes. And you would collect the stamps for every, we'll say $10 you spent, you got a stamp. And then once you collected 400 stamps, then you got the whole dish set.
Yep. I do remember that.
And like people be collecting that shit, they didn't even need it. I remember I would do the Monopoly at Jewel.
Yep.
And I never did it, but I would collect all my tickets and I'd give it to Todd and Erica.
Yeah,
because they would play. So I'd be like, here's all the tickets, that I've collected from Jewel. Yeah.
Oh, a few years ago, and this was actually on my list too, that we were going to talk about it. A few years ago, I was so addicted to that kind of stuff. Like I have that addictive personality.
Yes.
Like I think that's why I always went to Starbucks. Yeah, that's always why I would go to Starbucks, because I was like, I'm getting rewards, and they're going to give me 50 if I go 3 days in a row. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So, and Monopoly was another one, because we have a store that's real close to here. So in the morning, I would just go stop and grab a couple things, $20-25 worth of stuff, and then they would hand me.
You're buying shit you don't need.
No, of course
because
not.
It's like 2 extra Monopoly tickets.
Yeah, of course.
I'm buying this.
It would be like calling my Meredith. This is 2 times the amount. I mean, they would hand me a big stack, because of I do a big shop there only for the reason of getting it. And I would come home and I would open every single one of them.
Really?
Like I am gonna win this million.
My God,
I never even came close.
Funny.
One year, I think they gave out more than normal. I feel like it was like everybody was winning.
Yeah.
You would get like a bottle of aspirin, right? But you would go to collect it and it wouldn't be in stock.
Oh,
that everyone else was winning it.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't even know if it was like Neosporin Band-Aids, aspirin, a bag of peas. But it was all stuff that I was like, I won. I don't care. I'm going to get it. Yeah.
If I'm not going to use it, I'll donate it.
So yeah, that's great. That is so funny. And before it was digital, because now you can do it on your phone. You can scan them. Yes. I would have the whole map, the whole Monopoly board.
Yes.
And it would be and I'd only be missing one on everything.
Everything. Yes.
Yeah. And I do think the one time I won $25.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice, actually. That was the year that I felt like I was winning, and so was everyone else. I remember coming in and I was saying, I think I won. Like I won. And they were like, you did. Do you want to just take it off of your money here? You want a gift card? I'm like, give me a gift card.
Funny.
Twice I remember.
You're all shocked. I think I won.
I know. I was so excited. So there's also Betty Crocker coupon catalog. So it's kind of neat. Like you could collect silverware or.
Was it like you bought cake mix and you would get points like the box tops? Oh, okay.
Yep. Mid 1960s, this says. And I'm getting this one from loyaltyrewardco.com.
Okay.
That's this one. And then this one is miles and points from the 80s, and this is the American Airlines that I mentioned just a minute ago.
What about the guy who earned enough miles that he got free flights for life?
Oh, I'm sure.
Right?
I'm sure. It's not in this article, but yes, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I would say that's a businessman, right?
Yes.
Yes. So super
He found
cool.
a way to swindle the system though. And whatever airline it was like, no. And he's like, no, I'll take you to court. I did it, and he won.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. What about the Marlboro miles?
Yeah, so I didn't quite look up that one. I was interested
I can tell you all about the Marlboro miles.
You tell us, because I was looking up Camel Cash.
We were Marlboro for life. I've been smoking them since I was in the womb, So I know all about the Marlboro miles. My mom used to take her empty packs and throw them in
at you. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, that's you.
Kidding, Mom.
But she'd throw them in an empty laundry basket, and she would be like, cut all the miles off. Me and my sister would sit there for 2 hours cutting all the miles off of it.
Wow.
And then you would make them in bundles of 100, rubber band them together, this and that. I don't really remember my mom getting much, but I remember when I met Johnny, my husband, he had everything. He had the Sub-Zero sleeping bag.
Wow.
He had the tent. He had the whole camping set, which was coffee mugs, probably a fire starter thing, everything. He had everything.
Wow.
From Marlboro miles. So
he would take the time, and he does seem like someone that would do this. He would take
absolutely.
the time, cut them perfectly,
yes,
and then send them off.
Bundle them, send them off. Yep.
So how much would it be to ship them? Like these big bundles of, like, would you have to put them in a big
don't know.
envelope?
Yeah,
Like you would have to, right?
Yeah. So you'd have to mail them. Which you got to think back then, what, a stamp's like 50 cents now? I think it's 49 or 50 cents
now.
A
buck or two to ship them out.
Yeah. So, back then shipping wasn't shit. You put it in a little envelope, whatever, and
smash them in the envelope and piss the people off because they wouldn't go through the machine.
I think they had like a catalog, and then you would just like circle what you wanted and send in the miles for it.
Wow.
And then we were always like, do you think somebody really counts all these, or do they just like, all right, that looks like a bundle of 100?
Someone was hired to count all of those and then send it back to you.
And then just think
wanted.
like how stinky it would be taking those bundles apart.
Would
like,
they? You think?
Like
or maybe your hands would kind of get like dark or yellow.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone gambling when it used to be change? Now, now you have to put your dollar bills in, but when you used to do quarters and stuff, do you remember how dirty your fingers would get?
Sick. I never played the slot machines. I was always a blackjack girl.
Camel Cash had like an 8-page paperback that they would ship out to everyone. Everyone would do the same. Is that how Marlboro was too in Newport? Okay.
Yes, you would get. Camel had a lot of alcohol and smoking things, where I feel like Marlboro was always the adventure of the Marlboro man.
Sure,
you know what I
which
mean?
would make sense.
Camel had Joe.
They had
Cool,
lighters and
Joe Cool and his Camel Cash. So it was. Like you said, lighters, ashtrays, probably bottle openers, stuff like that, drinking glasses and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel like that was the difference between Camel and Marlboro, And
that was in the 90s, right? About?
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Well, your mom would have
90s.
been before that because you were cutting for her.
Yeah.
Does mom still smoke?
Yeah.
And Johnny doesn't smoke?
Johnny quit smoking about 5 years ago now.
Okay.
Mom still smokes, but she went to American Spirits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that yellow?
The Au Naturel ones. Well, they got a bunch of different colors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wonder if they have any points.
Natural, what are they called? American Spirits are owned by Newport, actually.
Okay.
It's all one brand. It's RJ Reynolds, I believe.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. I'm going back to my roots of working at the gas station, and the guys would come in, the merchandiser guys, you know. They would make sure all of our sale signs were good, whatever. They'd always try to get you to sign up. So I would always sign up for all the cigarette stuff just because you get coupons and you're like, I know somebody that smokes that brand. American Spirit would send you, because their cigarettes are very expensive. They're like $12 a pack.
Oh, okay.
And
because they're natural?
I mean, that's out here in the boondocks. You go to the city, you're paying $20 a pack for natural spirits. Yes.
Wow.
And they would send coupons where you get a pack for $2, $3, $4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they had some really good coupons there for
loyalty.
a while. Yeah.
So we're going to switch gears here. We're going to go to candy.
Ooh, I love candy.
So I don't know if you remember this or anyone that's listening, but how about Dum Dums?
Yes.
Do you remember the suckers?
Yes.
And you would collect
You'd get them
those
from the bank. Yes,
you would get them from the bank. I mean, they're still everywhere around. Yeah. They actually had a loyalty program as well. You could mail 25 wraps and 25 cents and pick out what you wanted.
Oh.
So that was way back in the day.
I never knew that. But what was up with the Tootsie Roll one? Remember they said if you had a star on it?
I think that was Dum Dums, wasn't it?
No, that was Tootsie Roll
Pops.
Tootsie
Roll Pops. Yes, I was thinking regular Tootsie Roll.
No.
Yes,
Tootsie
I did
Roll
not
Pops.
look that up. But yes, if you had a star, you would collect the ones with
like
the stars.
It would be like the guy with the Indian. He was the bow and arrow.
Yes,
and it would have a star on it.
Yes, if you got him and collect those, they were worth something.
People always said that it was, but I never knew it was ever worth anything.
So I don't know if it was just my mom telling me, but she said it was just good luck. So I never collected them.
She's like, I ain't messing with that crap.
Yeah,
I got
she'd
enough
be like,
of my.
Oh, good.
She's like, I'm not doing your Tootsie Roll and my Betty Crocker loyalty program. Okay, it's one or the other.
So when I looked up Dum Dums Save Wraps, and it's been since 1955.
Wow.
That kids were able to do this.
I never knew about that. I'm so mad now.
It says, attention, if you go on to spenglercandy.com, it says, attention, the Dum Dum Save Wraps program ended on May 31st, 2020.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, it went for a long time.
I never knew about that.
It says, after May 31st, 2020, you will no longer be able to access savewraps.com or redeem points.
Well, what the hell? We missed out on a lot of
I know,
good stuff,
we did.
Sure.
We did. So that was another one where you could collect stuff, and I don't know, super, super cool. I just loved looking at all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So another one, I mentioned it to you and Bessie, and I remember this when I was younger because Marriott Great America. It was Marriott's Great America before it was Six Flags.
Oh, I never knew that.
It was Marriott, yeah.
Okay.
They would have you bring in a Coke can.
Yes.
They've always been in business or partnership with Coke, I believe.
Yes.
I think they always have been, as far as I can remember. And if you brought in a can, you would save $10 on your ticket.
Yes.
And I remember standing in line and people holding their can to give it.
I do too.
They would walk up to the tickets.
Yes.
You know, they have. So we're in Illinois, so it's Gurnee, Illinois. Is our Great America.
Yes.
And I remember when I was younger, you would walk in and they would still have that big display. With the flowers and stuff, and on the right hand side was all their ticket booths, and people would be in lines and lines and lines. We were very fortunate and kind of spoiled. We would have passes, so we didn't have to stand in line.
Did. Yeah.
Because my mom and my aunt loved it so much, and my cousins and me and my brother, we would go. I mean, I probably rode the American Eagle 1,000 times, and that's not even being dramatic.
That's awesome.
Like my brother and I would go in the fall, and we would just stay on it, and they would let us keep going.
It'd be slow then.
It was like part of our life, and my kids too. I would take them and cousin Paul from Produce. We would go all the time. It was like twice a week, like every summer, you know. So, anyways, but I remember standing in line, seeing everyone holding these Coke cans. They still have it.
I was going to say, I remember it being on the Coke and Sprite cans for the longest time.
Yeah, they still have it.
And you can still do that.
Yeah, I don't think you have to bring the can in. You have to go online now, right? Because everything's digital. Yeah. Everything's online. Yeah. But yeah,
And they don't want to take care of all that garbage.
No.
All that recycling.
And now people collect these cans. Like I went to go online, old school cans, because they will say, for example, the one that I pulled said, Six Flags Great America, $10 off, soar on the extreme flying machine, Superman Ultimate Flight.
Oh, God.
So people want to collect these.
Yeah.
You know, it was the year that the Superman came out.
Has been out for a while
now. Right. That's cool. That's cool, right?
My grandma used to take us to Great America a few times when we were growing up, and I'm sure we probably used the Coke cans because Grandpa Vic was a loyal Coke drinker.
Yes.
And he's the one who took us on all of our adventures. Mm-hmm. So I'm absolutely positive we used the Coke can. But we never went that often because I lived more down south from here growing up,
right.
You know, till I moved into like the Richmond area. But yeah, so they would take us and we would always leave the park halfway through, go out to the car, eat lunch.
Yep.
They would always bring a cooler full of sandwiches.
We would never eat in the park.
No, that was too much money. Like they spent enough on us taking us to the park.
Yeah. Yep.
Same. That's great.
So they have a loyalty program there as well. When you get a membership pass, then they send you different percentages off or whatever. And because last year they were closed, or 2020 they were closed, obviously, right?
Yeah.
We decided to keep our membership. It was me and the kids decided to keep it even though we weren't going, because they promised all this stuff when they reopened. So they did open for the holidays. So I really didn't pay attention to it. It was a very low membership. It was like $30 a month. I figured $10 for each of us. They're going to give us all this loyalty. So I didn't even think about it. And they have holiday lights there as well that run from November to December, or sometimes even after New Year's. And so we get there, and I brought my niece as it's bring a guest sometimes.
Yeah.
So I bring her, and she wants s'mores, or the kids want s'mores. So I go and I say, I think we have like all these loyalty points. Can you take a look? Everybody got a s'mores free. Everybody got a pretzel free. Everybody got hot chocolate free. Funnel cake.
Awesome.
Every time I was like, can you just see if we have anything on here? They would scan it or put our number in, or they would scan your lanyard, your membership card, and the whole day was free.
They were like, "Thanks for being loyal to us."
Yeah,
That's
hundreds
awesome.
of dollars, because it's so expensive. You're paying for entertainment, right?
Yes.
And carnival food or whatever. So it's so expensive.
Do you know that I was in the class action lawsuit against Great America?
When was that?
I'm still collecting the checks. I'm collecting them checks.
What was it for?
It was for they use your fingerprint.
Yes,
for membership.
Yes, I never did that. I
didn't do it.
No, I never
did.
It's
not a lot, and you get like increments.
Yeah.
So the first check was like $3.47. I just got the second check, and that one was a little bit more. It was like, I think like $18.
Oh, wow.
And I think there's either 4 or 5 checks, and the last one is like $65.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So we did that. I remember that you would have to put your finger on there.
Yes.
You know what's funny is a couple of weeks ago, my mom was like, and you're still getting mail here. It was probably my checks from Great America. She tossed them. She shredded them. Oh gosh,
and
she's
you're
sass.
still getting mail.
She's like, you're still getting mail here. Like, you haven't lived
I
here
just toss
forever.
it.
Yeah.
I just toss it. Hopefully you don't have to be in court anytime soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully
So
they would
funny.
have that updated.
So I just thought this was so fun for our 100th episode to talk about like redeem and save and stuff.
I think it was cool to talk about our 100th episode for loyalty. The loyalty that you all give us.
Oh my gosh. I know, exactly.
Sorry, we don't have any loyalty points for you to win prizes. Maybe that's something we'll work on for our 200th episode.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
We gave Mama a coffee cup.
Yes.
You know, because she always comments
Yes.
and everything. And she had a very nice message for you and me too, but mainly for you. And she said, you know, she was so proud of us and how cool we are and stuff. And then I sent her the videos of us surprising you Saturday night.
Oh my gosh.
And she said she was so proud of you for running all that. And she said it was
Amazing.
amazing. So
Oh, thanks,
yeah,
Mom.
yeah.
So sweet.
I know. I love Mom. I love you, Mom.
She is our number one
I
fan.
know. She is.
So I'm just going to do a quick hit on all our merchandise that
Ooh.
we have. So we both are wearing
Ooh.
shirts.
I love the Clopen Effect, the retail podcast. It says it right on my shirt.
I love with a nice heart. And you thought that I had ironed it on, but we got
I
it from
did.
Zazzle because that's I love Zazzle.
Because you sent the picture and I was like, oh, cool. She just put the I heart on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But you got it like that. I
Yes.
didn't know we could like manipulate it
You
like
can,
that.
you can. So
Did not know that.
So don't put I hate or do it because we still make the money on it.
I don't care.
But-
Any, you know, what do you call that?
Publicity.
Yeah, is good publicity.
Hey, there used to be pins out there that said I hate Elvis, so you can
Yes.
do whatever you want. So we have stickers, we have bottle openers for all our favorite bartenders. We pass those out. We have shot glasses coming. We have mugs.
And
It's
it shows
so easy.
It shows everything that like you've already decided to put up there, but you can literally put our logo on anything.
Yep.
Like
correct.
it doesn't have to be a certain amount. It can be one item, one pair of
You
flip-flops.
did magnets for Christmas.
I did magnets for Christmas, which reminds me, they are in the purse.
Yep.
I will put those out for us also.
So we have a lot of fun
Yeah,
swag.
the magnets were so cute too.
I know
yeah.
Bree wants a cup too.
Does she?
Yeah,
We'll
so-
give her a magnet too.
Yep, and there's beer glasses.
Yeah.
and just a lot of fun stuff.
All
so
sorts of
please,
stuff.
if you want to support us, that's huge. That's
Yeah.
huge. Well, thanks.
Share our shit. Support our shit. SOS.
SOS.
And how do you guys like the new music? Let us know.
Woo!
It's got a double clap in it.
Happy 100.
Happy 100.
Amazing. I
love
can't
you,
believe we did
Meredith.
it.
Woo!
Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll talk to you next week.
See you at 200.